Hello, friends, and welcome on back to another plan with me. This is going to be for the week of October 20th through the 26th of 2025. For this week, I did use the printable kit. I think this is from Apple Blossom Prints. It is called Haunted Bookshop. I think this art came out 2 years ago. I never got an opportunity to use it, and Apple Blossom Prints has since closed their shop. I do apologize. Um, Before I forget, the foil bundle I used is from Pink Diamond Planner Co., who is also unfortunately closed. I get it. I could not imagine relying on a silhouette for my livelihood because, oh my god, my machine hates me. I couldn't imagine relying on one silhouette, let alone, 3 or 4 or 5, how many ever people have anymore. Couldn't imagine relying on one of those for my livelihood. I would shoot it. I would totally shoot it. Although, you know what, honestly, being able to work for myself would be amazing, but it's also so scary because the planner community is just so rocky right now. Shops are closing, artists are stopping their drawings. It's scary. It's a scary time. It's a scary time for everybody. I just couldn't imagine. Like, there are so many people in the planner community that, like, this is their job. And if the planner community crumbles to the ground, I don't know. It's just scary. So Apple Blossom Prince, I hope you're okay. Tasha, I hope you're doing well as also. I was about to say as well. Well as well. Um, yeah. I used eventually you will see. I don't know where I'm at in the video. I I honestly just filmed I've just been recording these intros, just kind of talking until I know the day by day portion is starting and then letting me just roll with the day by day portion. So I don't know what's happening on screen right now. I did use a overlay from Plan a Hannah that says late night book club because I thought it was appropriate, ghosts and stuff. Also, I didn't have this kit didn't come with a ton of extra full boxes aside from like Fashion Girls, and I did use the one on the side, like the tall box on the sidebar, but I really just didn't want to use the other ones. I wasn't a super huge fan of them, so I got a little, I'll say creative, but it wasn't creative. It was literally just a patterned full box, or a full box with like a paper pattern, and then I just threw an overlay on top of it. And then the October script that I'll lay down in the top left corner, which I feel like you can barely see, but that is from Planner Pixie Co. So that is a printable that I purchased from her shop. You can order sheets of those in her shop that are foiled or unfoiled. I just bought the printable and print it on my clear matte sticker paper and roll with it. So this week was actually fall break because I was sitting here looking at it and I was like, oh my god, I only went to work one day. Yeah, you dipshit, because you had fall break. So Monday, so the Sunday before, so the 19th, the previous plan with me that you would have seen, hopefully. If you didn't, check it out. I had gone to a concert, and as I had mentioned in that video, a lot of people were smoking the marijuana or, nipping it. They weren't like outwardly smoking it, but there was definitely a marijuana haze in that place, which, like, I don't care. I am not here to judge. I've certainly had my, well, I won't say I've had my fair share, but I've had it. But it really makes me not feel good. It gives me a headache, kind of gives me a hangover. I think my friend at one point had called it like a weed over. And that's what I felt like. So even though I did not have a drop of alcohol on Sunday night, I felt in the morning like I had drank myself into an oblivion. And we were up until 2 a.m. Plus, I was up, well, I got home at 2 a.m. I think I finally fell asleep at like 3. And then I was very, very sore because, as I mentioned, we were at this concert 5 hours, I think, and we stood the whole time on a concrete floor. Did not wear appropriate shoes for that, but excuse me. And it turns out I was also getting sick. So this week you'll see me like getting sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker. And eventually I just got really, really sick. I think I ended up calling off of work Monday. Didn't go to work the following Monday. I went to work Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday. Not only was I sick, but I also started my period, and I ended up going to urgent care, and they diagnosed me with an upper respiratory infection. So that was grand, but it is what it is. So back to the week at hand. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I missed. Friday, my grandma had a surgery. It was a minor surgery, but a surgery nonetheless. But we'll get into that during the day-by-day portion, which I'm going to go ahead and start right now. So starting off on Monday, the first thing that I am marking is that I had a headache. Like I said, I was not feeling good at all. And then I texted my supervisor and went right back to sleep. And I had some planning time when I did finally get up. And then I just still really wasn't feeling good. And so I ended up taking a nap. The planning time little character is from La La Land Studio. And then the nap icon is from Stickeroki. Did I mention I originally filmed this as a talk through? So if you see me like flapping my arms more than usual, that's why. I probably could just use the audio from me talking through the day by day, but I don't know. I felt like doing a voiceover. So here we are doing a voiceover. Anyways, and then I did do some binge watching. I'm assuming I was binge watching. I've been like really watching cooking shows on Discovery Plus. That is my knee on my desk. I swear I did not just fart. And then I also got Valheim delivered. So Valheim was a game that I backed on GameFound like last year sometime. And it got delivered on this day. And there's been a lot of drama around this game. People are complaining about the low quality of the game. The deluxe version, the way it sounds, is just not it's just not what it should be. So first of all, I have to say I'm really glad that I did not end up getting the deluxe version. I was kind of kicking myself because at the time I just did not have the money for the deluxe version. And now I'm kind of glad because, yeah, my copy's fine. As far as I can tell, it's fine. I did just recently get a game in real life. I just got a game delivered and it's missing pieces and then one of them's broken. So I had to put in a ticket for that. Or I had to email the customer service, and then I got a auto response that was like, sorry, we're out of the office. They were out of the office on a vacation or on a holiday. Like there's some sort of holiday because the game company is based, I think they said Poland. So there's some sort of national holiday that's occurring right now. Or I think they said until the 11th of November, they would be out of the office to celebrate this holiday. And conveniently, it was right when people started to get this game delivered, and yeah, I was watching a video of somebody unboxing it, and their piece, it was the same piece, it was broken. I'm just like, it's funny because there's another game that I backed on Kickstarter, which is actually a board game based on Tomb Raider, and they were talking about how one of the little figures they had to redesign because they thought it would be too fragile, and I was like, maybe this other game designer should have thought about that. Like, this piece may be a little too fragile to mass produce, but it is what it is. Anyways, back to Tuesday. I went to work. I had another headache. I was doing some reading. I don't know. Oh, I was reading The Berry Pickers, which I think was by Amanda Peters. I don't know. And then I binged watched probably some more Discovery Plus. I've been watching Barefoot Contessa. So that tells you anything about me. Talked to my sister. I think we ended up doing like a video chat. My sister was talking about something. She was getting, I think she, at this point, she was gearing up for her new job. She got a job at a hospital near where she lives now, which is super exciting. So the bitch is still making more money than I do, but it's okay. And then we went out to El Camino, which is a Mexican restaurant. My parents and I did. Because my mom was like, I didn't lay anything out for dinner. And I was like, well, that's a problem. So I was just like, let's go get Mexican. They were like, okay. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday was fall break. Everybody was super salty because like all the other school districts around us, like they have the entire week off for fall break and for Thanksgiving break. And we did not, but it is what it is. So on Wednesday, the first thing I marked was coffee and YouTube, and then I had a scratchy throat. This was the beginning of an illness. I washed my sheets, and then I was doing some organizing of my desk and my dressers and all of that. I put my new games away. I had like 4 games sitting on my desk. I had to put them away, and I did end up cleaning my desk as well. I just burped, sorry. And then again, I was binge watching. Oh my gosh, I got the hiccups. I was binge watching some Discovery Plus, and then I did take a shower on this evening. Thursday had more coffee and YouTube time first thing, and then I had a scratchy throat again. Did print my pay stub, and then I got another game delivered on this day, another game I backed on Kickstarter called Natera, which I knew was going to be a great game, and it's turned out really awesome. I have not fully learned how to play it, but I did watch some people on YouTube play it back when it was like still crowdfunding, and that's what got me excited about the game. So that's why they do these things. Not that I need to tell you any of this, but that's why they do these things, so that way you get excited about the game and then you back it. But they have delivered. So far they have delivered. The game is great quality. It looks awesome. Everything seems to be in order, except I guess they're missing a card. They accidentally printed, somehow, like something happened and the files got messed up and they printed the same card twice instead of printing 2 different cards once each, you know what I'm saying? Let's see, binge watch some more Discovery Plus, I'm assuming. And then I had to get gas. Oh, so this night my sister calls my mom and she's like, I'm bringing Charlie home. And my mom's like, okay, why? And she goes, she peed on my bed. Like, I guess this dog just got up on her bed and just looked her dead ass in the eyes and peed on her bed. And I'm like, okay, why? Turns out she had a UTI, like a really bad one. Anyway, sorry. I'm still, so we're like a month out from this illness. I'm still kind of fighting with it. It sucks. It is what it is. But so this Friday was payday, and then I had to make a Chase payment, and then I bought Luthier on this day. I was so excited because the guy had posted, he had 2 games for sale, Luthier and another game. And I was talking to my friend and I'm like, oh, he's not going to hold it for me. Like, I'm not, like, by the time I get paid on Friday, he's not going to have it, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. So I messaged him and I was like, hey, but on off chance is Luthier still available? And he was like, yeah, you want it? And I was like, yeah. So I got Luthier. And then I was feeling sicker on this day. My grandma, like I said, had a very minor surgery. She literally had an upper scope done, and then she had some lipomas on her abdomen removed. It was a very minor surgery. She was in there maybe an hour total and got to go home right after, and she's existing. she's a tough old bird, kind of. She's getting a little fragile in her old age, but she's still a tough old bird. And then I had to run a shit ton of errands for her. Oh my God. So she was pissed at me because she was like, I want Chinese food. I'm like, well, I don't want Chinese because like the Chinese restaurant in our town is like not great. It's really janky in there. Ever since COVID, they have like literally just, you can't dine in anymore. It used to be a buffet. They don't let you dine in anymore, and it feels like a hostage situation because they've got everything is boarded up in plexiglassed up, except they have a speaker in the plexiglass and they have a hole where they put the food. That's it. And you have to order it ahead. It feels janky. And I was like, no, I don't want Chinese. So she was pissed at me about that. Well, I was just like, okay, fine. I'm going to order DoorDash for pickup. And I had to go get her medicine. So I go get that. And then I go to Walmart to pick up her prescription. And they're like, oh, well, we're not able to fill it. And I'm like, well, why not? And she's like, well, it looks like there's just a holdup because her insurance won't cover it. I'm like, how much is it going to be? And she's like, $10. And I'm like, just fucking fill it. Like, Jesus Christ. So anyways, after all of that, I had to go somewhere else too. I don't remember. After all of that, I treated myself to a coffee because first of all, I felt like absolute fucking shit. Like the longer I sat in the waiting room for surgery, the more I was just like, I'm going to fucking die. So I treated myself to a coffee. I got myself a blended white mocha with an extra shot because I deserve it. And then I went home and took a nap because I was fucking exhausted. Had to go to Walmart. I think I went to Walmart twice on this day, honestly. And then I was just super tired. On Saturday, I was officially sick. Like I felt like absolute garbage. And I bought Nemesis Lockdown on this day, and I bought Campfire Council because I was laying in bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, Friday night, Saturday morning. Couldn't sleep because I was coughing. And I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to little treat yourself moment. So I bought 2 very expensive games. It's fine. I did laundry and I read, and I was just super tired on this day because, like I said, I just slept like absolute shit because I kept coughing. On Sunday, I had coffee and YouTube again, and then I was still sick. I did finish reading The Berry Pickers on this day. The book was okay. It had some quotable moments, but nothing like super, what am I trying to say? Like nothing that I'm like really standing out. But it was a good book. That was my knee. I swear that was my knee. I did not fart. But I did take a nap on this day because, like I said, I just like the problem was, and I got smart like a week after this, got smart and put a humidifier in my room, like a vaporizer in my room. So it was blowing like Vicks filled air, wet air into my room, which did help with the coughing, but I was like not sleeping well at all because I was just exhausted. Like I just could not sleep. Like I would literally start to drift off and I would cough. It was not a, like I lost my voice a little bit. It wasn't like a major loss, but I did lose my voice and stuff like that, but it was just so obnoxious. I was just like, oh my God. It's funny that I'm showing you my undo in that clip or the clip that I don't know. I'm a little ahead in the voiceover, but like I'm watching it in real time. But I think that was when I used the last of my undo, which is so sad. I need to buy some undo. That's on my list of things to buy when I get paid in a week. It is what it is. But yeah, so Sunday did finish The Berry Pickers. Like I said, it was a good book, it was not something like I think I was also about to lose my shit because I kept messing up like I am at this point I was so low on undo, I was basically squeezing it out like a dry ass lime. And I was just like, oh my God. I think it was this point I realized like what I did. And I was like, oh my God, I have no undo. Fortunately, the matte paper that I have is not like, the clear matte paper that I use is not like, it's sticky enough that it's, it sticks where it needs to, but it's not like so sticky that it's, devastating. So, where was I? Finished The Berry Pickers. I took a nap. Like I took another nap because again, I just wasn't sleeping at night. So guess what? I was sleeping during the day. I did finish my laundry on this day, got it put away, I'm assuming. And then I just marked having a very lazy day because I just was not feeling good. And I don't know what I'm flapping with. Those icons that I used to mark buying Nemesis and Campfire Council, those are both, well, So the Kinfire Council is from Flat Icon. The Nemesis Lockdown, that's actually like an alien symbol, like the movie Alien. But people have described Nemesis and Nemesis Lockdown and now Nemesis Retaliation as alien, but they couldn't get the rights, which kind of makes me laugh. But anyways, that is the finished spread. I hope you all enjoy. If you have any questions about where stickers are from, please let me know in the comments down below. And until I see you next time, goodbye.